Hello everyone, Psychedelia98 here with a new video. Last time we looked at 3 songs from my playlist that were from the 1960s. In today's video, we will be looking at 3 songs from the current century and see how the psychedelic sound evolved over time. Like last time, the songs will be again from my playlist. If you have any suggestions as to what I should listen to and review, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Note that I only review songs that are psychedelic or sound closely to psychedelia. If you're unsure if the song you would like me to listen to is psychedelic, I will have a Google Docs link down below in the description to show what genres I will mainly be reviewing. Now without further ado, let's begin the video. Coming straight from the land down under, we have King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, one of the hardest working bands in human history. At the time of recording, they currently have 25 studio albums, despite only being around for 13 years. To give context, by the 13th year of heavy metal band Black Sabbath's existence, they had only released 10 albums, and that was between 1970 to 1981. These blokes have been non-stop churning out albums, and it's no surprise that they're going to be duds along the way. And sadly, this is one of them. Despite the song being catchy, a good earworm, and really fun to listen to, its sound quality is kinda poor, and this is one of the criticisms the album of Ottomans received. Despite this, I still find it a joy to listen to, but for the piss poor sound quality, I have to give this song 3.5 out of 5 tabs. I know this specific review wasn't in depth, but you know, there's not really much to the song. It's just about Stu McKenzie, who loves Vegemite. And by the way, Vegemite is delicious, don't knock it until you try it. But sadly, this song is mid. But hey, King Gizzy has a lot of other songs that are great, but this isn't one of them. If I had to compare it to another song, I would say this is their Apple and Oranges, which is a Pink Floyd song, in terms of its catchiness, but in terms of its quality, it's still, you know, mid. Also coming from the land down under, we have a groovy group called Babe Rainbow. And what I like most about this band is that their music emulates that 60s British psychedelia sound. And let me tell you, Secret Enchanted Broccoli Forest is the perfect example of replicating that classic sound that resonates through time, but this time with superior audio. The lyrics are imaginative, romantic, and perfectly matches the tune of the song. Every time I listen to it, I feel like I'm in a summer paradise looking over a pool. Speaking of, the music video for this song reinforces that feeling. Just seeing the band partying in a forest, dressed as if it was the summer of love. Moreover, the quality of the video is made to replicate as if it were filmed in the 60s, adding more to that psychedelic feel. Oh, sweet Mary, Mother of Joseph, that's what I like. One last thing I want to bring up is that after looking at the lyrics, it sort of reminds me of the timeless classic Beatles song, Strawberry Fields Forever, as the concept of this mystical world of happiness is within your mind. It's not real in terms of physicality, but it is real within your head. And that is what brings one happiness. Or I could be overthinking it, who knows. Anyway, this song clearly deserves a 5 out of 5 tabs. I highly recommend this song, and I think the best time to listen to this track is on a nice summer evening with friends or pets or even by yourself. Take a deep breath and lose yourself to the music. San Francisco was one of the major hubs of psychedelic rock in the late 60s, with groups such as Jefferson Airplane, Frank Zappa and Mother's Invention, Country Joe and the Fish, and bands today such as Fuzz, continuing that tradition of far-out, trippy music. Say Hello leans more towards acid rock, which can be considered a harder psychedelic sound and was a precursor for genres such as stoner rock and doom metal, which is fitting considering how American psychedelia had a more harsher sound compared to its British counterpart. The lyrics, oh boy, they are fucking awesome. If you think Pictures of Matchstick Men were about a bad trip, boy, this song is about a frickin' nightmare of a trip, with lyrics such as, that skin in your innards giving up your pride, and try to reach him, he will break you, your weakness is his might. Talk about a terrifying journey. Also, if any one of you happen to be fellow psychonauts that are watching, feel free to leave a comment down below if you ever had a trip this nightmarish. Anyway, the fuzz guitar in this track, for me at least, is breathtaking. Back during lockdown when I first listened to it, it made me think of the fuzzy guitars of the 70s. I could not get enough of it. It was the sound I was looking for. This was still during when I was deep into metal, but boy, I kept playing this song on repeat, and let me tell you, Psychedelia can get repetitive after a while, but not this track. I think it's needless to say, the song gets a 5 out of 5 tabs for its horrifying lyrics, far out sound, and just an infectious tune. I fucking love this song. Fuzz, King Gizzard, they are both, are my favorite modern psychedelic bands, along with Tame Impala. And Fuzz only has 3 albums currently. I highly recommend the first and second album. The latter features this song. The third album also slaps, but not as much as the previous 2 in my opinion. I might do album reviews of them later. Speaking of, well, my groovy friends, so ends another video. 3 songs from 3 kick-ass artists, and I mean that. These 3 bands I brought up, they're pretty formidable in the psychedelic rock scene. Ty Segall, one of the founders of Fuzz, alone is known for performing a plethora of other bands. King Gizzard and Babe Rainbow are 2 of the greatest bands in the down under psychedelic scene. And let me tell you, most of these modern psychedelic bands I keep finding are either from Australia or New Zealand. So yeah, there is clearly a current psychedelia scene happening in the land down under. And let me tell you, I'm all for that. It just sucks I keep trying to find songs from the 60s, but hey. Now, before I end this video, I have big news to share. The next video will be something a little different, because in the next video, I'll be doing my first album review. I'll make a community post as to which it will be, but I know you guys will, or at least I hope you will, enjoy it. But for now, until next time, my groovy friends, tune in, drop out, and vibe on. This is Psychedelia 98 signing off.